that little trellis, or whatever we're calling it, detail piece, that sits in the middle. So it's basically like that. And then it gets capped with a plate on each end. So it's, because what I'm doing is, I'm trying to, while I'm evaluating a drawing like this,
Yeah.
because I think more from a fabricator standpoint than from a designer's, if you will, standpoint, is there's no such thing as 2.95 anything.
Yeah.
There's no such thing as 1.87 anything.
Yeah.
You know, and I could go on and on and on in the drawing, and I know what results in that. You know, just because it's a computer, but the computer doesn't cut the steel.
Yeah, correct.
And instead of having to make a 1 3/4 inch piece of something, custom cut and rip and spend hours, why not just use a 1.5 or a 2?
Sure.
So that's resulted in a lot of what I did here.
Mm-hmm.
I went and standardized stuff.
Sure.
So that it's easy to fab and it's off the shelf parts, or not parts, but material.
Material, yeah.
You wouldn't believe how I wrestle with that with a real architect. They suck at that.
Yeah, they real
all
pain in the
think
ass.
that there's 13/16 plate. They all think that there's an 1 1/16 bolt. No, dude. No, your program. That's just what was left over, and you don't know your materials. Sorry.
So we can we can possibly cure some of that coming up with these drawings when we there's an accuracy setting that's going to be.
Well, yeah, that might do some of it, but like I said, I went through pretty thoroughly. I spent about an hour going over this, and I think I got pretty much everything notated that needs changed.
So let me
and I have a couple question marks here, but I think if this is the back tube, I think this just ends up being rectangular tubing. I think that makes sense. Probably. 3, yeah. See, it could be 3x2 rectangular tubing. That would be perfect. So, I still don't know what some of these lines are. I think there's just stuff that didn't get cleaned up in the drawing.
Oh, and some of these dimensions are the space between things that is not necessarily like a
accounting
material,
for the thickness of the material.
Accounting for the distance that between between something. I wasn't sure if you prefer to have that or not, or if your guys prefer to have that or not, just so that y'all know how something is, how the distance between something and another thing.
Yeah, that's not bad, as long as it's not an odd number.
Yeah, as long as gotcha.
That's when these guys, they just go like a pinball machine on tilt. They just call me and they just throw their hands up and they go, "What do you want to do?" Well, I'm on a job in Austin. So it's like, I don't know, what are you looking at?
Yeah.
And they have no ability to describe anything because they're non-descriptive souls. I don't know how else to say that. That's
you like send me a picture of what you're looking
these
at.
descriptions I get from some of these guys are just.
No, it's too round.
Like they won't call flat bar flat bar. Like why? Why would you just not call a piece of flat bar flat bar? Well, you know, it's the piece and it has some thickness, but it kind of like it's generally flat, but it.
Is this one I'm looking at right here? He's
you know, 16 sentences later, he just meant flat bar. Like, why can't you just say flat bar? You work in the industry.
So if we use the this linear precision setting of decimal 1, 2, 3,
yeah,
or you can have decimal 1, 2 or decimal 1. Each one getting less precise. Then, like sometimes you'll get like when Dart made these or whoever's working, and they had it set to 0.12 and they got to 9.75, but really they were at 9.78 or 9.81 or something, and because the program defaults to 0.123 precision, and but you can all the way up to I think 9, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, like incredibly precise. But by initially making the drawings at the higher precision, you will ensure that you land on actually 9.75, because if you later on when you're doing these and printouts and you don't have that measurement selected, I have no idea what he had it selected on when he first made it. So you're talking about the this piece right here is that I-beam or whatever, like
Well, we should come up with a name for it.
Yeah.
Torsion box, the end, or whatever. So he has it in the drawing. It's set up as more or less as an I-beam.
Right.
You know what I mean? It's set up like this, with like that.
Right. Yes.
And I want to change that to a channel because I think that makes much more sense on the inside. See where we're gonna go like this across with our a piece of angle across the front. Right now, so it's this leg down here is going in.
Sure.
So that's going to be a ledge for the cushion to sit on.
Cushions to rest onto.
To rest on, and that cushion's going to come up. I'm assuming 2.5 or 3 inches. Right?
Yeah.
But there's no reason. You see, if we did an I-beam, then what do we really do with this little gap?
Yeah.
So there's things like that we need to think through. It doesn't make any sense for that to be I-beam.
Here's how he's got this cushion that is, I don't know if it's meant to be his full-time cushion or like.
See, he may even have a.
It's just a gap
piece in
that's right there.
It's just that
It's just
doesn't
an
make
open
any sense.
gap. So that could be
Yeah, actually, it looks like he put a second piece in there. Because I know here, and I can tell here, he's got this set up as an I-beam.
Yeah, he does.
So then, why is there a piece right here? Then, because that would just be a gap, or is there a piece?
There's no piece right there. So
okay.
that piece that's blue right there is the backside of this piece.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, if I were to do.
So does he have the cushion going into the gap?
No, it's just the cushion stops right here,
Which it should.
and then the gap is just an air gap right there.
Oh, okay.
It's just, there's just no
Yeah, so
material.
that would be where everybody's fucking wrappers and everything like that. All that is it becomes
Just
a trash can.
filled up with change.
That'd be the last thing we'd want.
Yeah.
All their straw,
Definitely make
gum
that
wrappers,
change.
and everything go in there. No. So change this, and I noted it on there to a 3 by 2.5, basically. And we're going to make it. It's not. Don't make there again. They don't make 3 by 2.5 channel.
Yeah.
If they did, we could use it, but they don't. Because I want this 2.5 because our armrest structure is going to come up like this, okay? And our legs are going to come down like this, 2 inch. Oops. Okay. See, so that there's reveal for a weld here, 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 and here.
Sure.
And then I want to take our leather and do that with it. I want to make it 3 inches.
Okay.
So it's a 1/2 inch overhang on both sides, front and back also.
I see.
See, he's got it even all the way around pretty much.
Yeah.
And that would have worked because that was a piece of wood originally. It was going to be a piece of matching oak to the tabletop.
Sure.
Yeah, which would have been fine. I think I'm going to keep it all leather though. Yeah, he's got it as wood. See, I don't want to do that. I don't want to.
Now, if it overhangs,
And I need it to overhang a little bit. Remember, there's going to be a piece of plywood on the inside of it,
okay.
so it's going to be stiff as a board.
Now, if it overhangs in the back, like the backrest
Uh-huh.
over here, it's going to collide if we have the overhang right here?
Just like you got it, it doesn't really collide right there. I don't think. Doesn't it just skim right past the back?
But it's flush with there's no overhang right here.
What?
Like if you wanted to expand the armrest to overhang a little bit this way.
Yeah, I want it to overhang. So if you're looking at that, and let's say here's our torsion bar, our thing, and let's say your back is coming off at an angle like that. I'm just gonna wing that. Okay. So and then here we have a piece of what do you call it up here? Flat bar up here, right? Here's your legs, right? So I want this to come out like this, and then come back here a little bit, and then your cushion. So your back cushion will be here.
Okay, I see. I see.
There's going to be your back cushion, and then your front cushion. Actually, it's down here.
So the way it is now, this overhang in this direction is fine,
Yeah,
right?
that's it, right there.
Okay.
You got it.
Gotcha. I assumed you were talking about this.
Not
this
the
direction
metal.
over here.
I'm just talking about the leather.
With the wood.
Oh, I know what I just realized what you're talking about. If we overhang a 1/2 inch,
Yeah.
then it's gonna.
Yeah, it would look like this.
Okay, I see.
It would look.
Yeah, I got it. Okay,
like,
so shorten that up then.
if you did that,
Yeah,
you would.
shorten it up.
Like you see? Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, that's shorter. Yeah, that's right, because it does overhang a half inch on each side. Yeah.
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
Yeah. That's just what I was thinking.
Okay. Yeah, you're right.
Gotcha.
And then I don't know how. So picture the height we had on here, right? The height of the chair. I mean, this is almost laughable that Jart and I didn't catch this. 9 3/4. Now you'd have that plus a cushion,
Right.
right?
But still.
But that right there is 18.
Yeah, I was gonna
You're
say.
at 18 right now, and chair height easily could be 19. This one's 19. So I mean,
yeah.
what the fuck were we thinking? 4 inches lower than that? There's no way. And that's 16 inches wide right there. And we have 14 minus the thickness of the back. So we would literally have like 11. You'd be sitting right on the edge like that. Like, huh? I don't know what we were thinking. So we need to. I changed, all that, and we're still going to need to see kind of then when you plug in all the new dimensions, we need to then go over it again, because just in case something gets weird, proportionally on us.
Let's see if they've got any.
It's so funny because this looks great. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
I think that looks fine.
It looks, but it's got no scale. If you put like a person in the scene, because like
that's almost what you'd have to do.
Yeah. So
because if this right here is 975, so let's just call that 10 because of the thickness of the plate. Right? Let's just say if that's 10 inches, and this is 3 inches. So you're only talking about a 13-inch height to the thing, and that right there, like I said, that's 16 right there, and I think that's an inch low. So I don't know what we were thinking, and that back being 14, check it out. So this is kind of, I kind of use this as like an example. Right?
Yeah.
We have a 14 something, I think, back or close to that. Watch this. 21. We're way down here. Look at that. I mean, what the fuck is that?
Yeah.
I don't know what we were thinking.
There's I'm gonna see if they've got for us a.
And I didn't even come this high. I think I put 18 on to make it 18.
Doorstop, third mount. There's got to be a human. They've got to have a human in their stock stuff.
Oh, yeah. But how do you know how to size them in relation to the drawing?
Like SketchUp. Every SketchUp project starts with a woman.
Yeah,
she's a woman and she's standing like that. It's like every project has that to begin with. And there's a little dog that they have. Like they've got a few like off the shelf, like very real world elements that are there for exactly that kind of thing.
Scale and proportion.
And the like Fusion, like Autodesk seems to have taken Fusion in the direction of AutoCAD Lite, sort of, and they've got some very cool stuff and some very advanced stuff like the waterjet simulation and the laser and CNC simulations. Like you can produce posts, which is like the toolpath that the machine will use. But so many of the user base of Fusion is 3D printing, the 3D printing world, and the DXF file format that Fusion uses is not it's called R14, and I think they're on like release 20 something, and it's just they don't attend to it, and like if you go to the forums, you'll see a lot of the complaints of Fusion is the like the marketplace. There's a couple of like stupid bugs that exist, but also stuff like the DXF stuff, and for whatever reason, I think Autodesk doesn't give Fusion a whole lot of the developer resources it's got. Autodesk has 13,000 employees, and they've got the market for CAD as well as the 3ds Max has been the 3D program for probably over 20 years, and they also have another 3D program called Maya that doesn't get as much use, but a lot of the studios use this stuff, and like the licensing on that alone, I think to buy 3ds Max it's like $3,700 for like that version, and you have to, when the upgrade comes out, you get like a discount or something. Wow. But dude, if they will they will find on the internet users out there that have like the unlicensed software, and if you're like a commercial operation, they're like, and so they make a lot of money, but they've still got like a lot of stuff to do, and like AutoCAD's gonna get most of the attention, but they make Revit, dude. They make all of the CAD software, and they do a pretty good job. A lot of it's ugly. Like 3ds Max is like, it's so dated in its interface, and it looks just like AutoCAD. Like Fusion has got a much more contemporary design convention. They've got no persons. A lamp. Let's see how big this lamp is. Because if you were to bring a human being model into this, when you bring it in, its dimensions are going to be whatever, and you just would have to scale the whole thing up or down to match the scene. So if you've got like a 5'7" person and they come in 7'4", you're just gonna have to shrink the whole thing until they get to 5'7", like they're supposed to be. Yeah. Because if you can have millimeters, meters, centimeters, whatever metric you want to have, and set it. And if your project is in that, and you go from one project to the next with that model, then it's gonna be different.
There we go.
Okay, I'm looking at the network. Let's see. V-Ray.
The chandelier doesn't use chains; it uses rods
that go up to the mounting suspension.
And it's the opposite direction that I thought. I thought the big one was at the bottom. It's not.
That's pretty though.
So that's I think Dart drew that one up off of this. This was their inspiration. This is what they and the customer liked, but they wanted it. That was too anemic for them because it's going to be up quite high.
Right.
It's going to be mounted at like 16 feet up and big. So they thought that was too anemic. So we drew this. They liked it. So
is there
I don't know why I was thinking there was 3 circles. There's only 2.
I think your old one, the one I saw pictures of, there was 3 of them. And the bigger one was on the bottom, kind of like just forming a cone.
So the way that works, so we're just going to have a piece of flat bar, in the section here. And then this, I want this, it won't matter for what the DXF file. We're going to recess this bottom piece just a little bit, so it gives it, there again, a little bit of reveal on the flat bar like that.
Okay.
And then the top one can be wherever because it's not going to show anyway. And so the top one, let's say, is up here. These are identical, of course. And then we're going to come on the inside. It has to be serviceable, so this can be tacked here on the inside, all tacked together. This one is going to have little supporting pieces going across of other little pieces of flat bar with holes and threaded and with some flush screws that go in here. And so that way you can take off. In fact, we should make it in halves, really, because you don't have to take off the whole fucking thing. Right. And then your candelabras, of course, mount, through here. Or like that.
Yeah, so
it's really simple.
These are electric candles.
And I'm thinking size-wise, I'm thinking right here. I'm thinking just 3 inch by 3 inch. Is that small? No, they're the same. This is the same as this. Yeah, just different diameter, obviously.
Yeah.
Everything else. So 3 inch by 3 inch, and really, you can just make. I don't care. This is all going to be 1/8 inch. It's all 1/8 inch thick. Everything to do with it. Flat bar and the circles that cut are all 1/8 inch. So I don't really care if you add or subtract 1/8 inch or whatever or some way. Nobody's ever going to, gonna care.
Right.
Diameter wise, what does she have here? I don't know where they got this at. I think they just picked. They found out. Oh, they did. I remember now. It's in here. They wanted 63.5-inch diameter. Oh, okay. You're going to be able to tell that's 63.5 and not 63 or not 64.25 or not. Yeah, right. That typical designer bullshit. All they did is they just pulled the dimension of what this one is, and they that's what we want.
Yeah.
It has to be that. No, sorry, no, it isn't how the real world works. So, so actually these aren't. These are only 5 feet wide. Actually, yeah. So this is only. So from here to here. We'll just go 60. We'll go 63 inches. Okay. No. And on the bottom one, what do you think that is? What do you think the difference is?
I'm going to say if that's 63, then we might be looking at 44 to 48, something like 44 to 48.
So let's see. What do you think the gap is here? If
That's
this is 3 inches. I think that's like 7 or 8.
That would be 7, between 8 and 10.
Okay. So let's go with 8. So 16 off of 63.
It's going to be 47.
47. No, we'll go with that.
47. They're gonna have their laser. They got their laser out.
Yeah. So all you're looking to do is just have the DXF file, and we can divide them in half. And I think even if you could cut them whole, I think we should. Well, we can cut them here too. It doesn't really matter. If you can cut them whole, that's fine. I don't really care.
And it's.
So we don't really care about the ID. So the OD. So we need 63 inch. And we need. Okay, so we have 2 chandeliers, right? So we need 4 of each size.
So just 2 of these.
2, one there, one there,
nice.
and then one there on the next one. So 4 of this size. And 4 of this. And these are 3 inch. You know, from here to here. And it's all 8-inch plate. So 8 pieces all together.
8 pieces all together. That's it. That's pretty good.
Yeah, like I said, if you can make them whole, that's fine. We can cut them.
I think it's working.
What's that?
The
to change the
distributed rendering. This is a.
Well, except that I really changed a lot of your dimensions. I didn't just take them to the nearest whatever.
Right. Yeah.
I radically changed some of these.
Oh no! That's fine. That's fine. But the connection from my computer to your computer.
Oh, that's what you meant.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
I was just gonna because we talked about a lot of the changes on the overhead, the suspension light. Whereas, so I rendered out the Ipe wood as well as like the little accent on the front, and so the brackets with that accent treatment right there, expanding the brackets from to make them run the full height is like it gets in the way. So I took those brackets in one variation and I tucked them inside and had them. I brought them in. Let me show you real quick because, yeah, with the I think I've got a render of it already. It's the old ones. I made that's platform having square holes as well as round holes just to.
The grid or whatever.
Yeah, because we were talking about she wanted a 2x2, which she thought was probably a little bit too big. but I brought them down
Yeah.
and I made them all the specs that we talked about.
Yeah.
So here's the wood one. There we go. So there's a square pattern one, along with a one that is circular.
You know what that is?
Yeah. So the Ipe,
Well, that's circular in metal.
circular in metal.
Yeah.
I don't know how difficult it would be to construct wood. A wood pattern. Oh no, it's a square pattern. Because that would be
a challenge.
Yeah.
We can do it.
Yeah. How would you
do
do it?
No, you do it. You cut halfway through each one of them, and you lap join them together.
Oh, okay, I
And
see.
you set up a jig on your table saw that does it perfectly.
Oh,
and
I
you
see.
Use a sled on your table saw. And
That
stop.
yeah.
Very similar to cutting. What do they call it? Not box joints on your table saw.
Let's do it. I think I might have lost the render because of the crash, but with the wood, but the wood looks good. The wood looks fine for the whole thing. Now,
I like that right there.
If you,
What do you got for a little detail running around the outside?
So this is just like a little strip that I added.
Yeah.
I've got it in wood and brass.
Okay.
Now the brackets that had been right here,
Yeah.
if I were to make them run the entire length, then it would
the detail would terminate into.
Yeah, it would terminate into them. So I brought them and put them on the inside just as a way for us to construct it.
Huh. Oh, okay.
And because otherwise, like, how are these things going to fit together at the corners? How are we going to secure?
Well, now remember, it's steel.
Okay.
And then clad with a very thin piece of brass.
Correct. Which so you're just going to weld that right there to
Just weld the steel.
Weld the steel. Yes. Yeah. Yes. I put
the brass would probably end up having to just be adhesed somehow.
Okay.
We just use literally remember we talked about bending the
Yeah.
bottom thing, and I really like that idea.
Yeah,
And
that's
then
what
just
I
literally put it on there with construction adhesive, clamp it, let it sit overnight.
I did put that detail in here. So right now the model is just a one piece, but just imagine that
What do you mean
brass?
by one piece?
To fold over and let the platform rest. I included that detail of that 90-degree bend.
It would be all one piece if we bent it.
Right, with the brass wood, but not the steel. The steel
No,
is
the steel doesn't need to be.
yes.
The steel is just a piece of flat bar.
Right. And just with the model I constructed right now, I didn't think about that, but it looks.
Well, you wouldn't have to show it. Because
Yeah. It would be.
Nobody's going to ever see it.
Yeah, no one would ever see it. And I think we had talked about how like a graduating down in height. If I looked at your notes,
As far as the
inner courses?
what do you want to call them?
The courses.
Yeah, they do.
They do. Okay.
I think they're 2 inches less,
Yeah.
something like that. And there again, those can all just be steel, and we'll paint it. We'll paint it to match the brass.
Sure.
Because I think you're looking through that grid, you're never going to be able to tell. And I'm just thinking that's still just flat bar. You know, everything is pretty much flat bar except for those boxes that the rod comes into.
Except for the boxes.
But yeah, I know. I'm really going to try and sell her on eBay.
Yeah. So this is.
We'll need to show her. We'll need to show her one out of brass.
Yeah, that's why I made a couple different ones,
Shit.
including I made some also that
eBay would be rigid. The brass won't be because I'm not buying a fucking
Huge ass
1/4-inch 3x6 piece of brass. That'd be $1,000.
Yeah.
So how do you stiffen that? You know, I mean, let's say you're buying 14 gauge brass, still going to be $450, and taking it and having it a water jet, right? The grid pattern.
Yeah.
You pretty much have to
increase the price.
How do you secure it?
Yeah.
Because it would just droop like a piece of aluminum foil.
it would
If nothing's
sag.
holding it in the middle, it's just going to droop. It can sit all the way around the edge. The perimeter is fine, but the middle would be all just bowed down. And if it's all steel structure on the inside, you're not welding it to that.
Now I've got the inner courses secured.
Yeah, I think that works fine.
That works. Okay. And like everything's running out of batteries on it. You gotta charge one thing and charge the other one, charge it a little bit. Yeah, I lost the renders that I had when it crashed on me overnight. But I've got the model ready pretty much with all the variations.
You can send me one. I like that detail right there, the little thing running around the side. I think that's pretty much what she had in mind too.
Sure.
And I really like the ePay grid rather than a brass grid, but we're going to have to show her the option. So.
Yeah, I've got all the platforms, the options set up. For one's got a 2x2, 1.5 inch, and then there's even like the 0.75 inch one that's much smaller. So
well, give me at least the 2 inch and the 1.5 inch.
Yeah.
Because I really want to sell her on the 1.5 inch. And I really want to sell her on that ePay because it really cuts down on your visibility up through it.
Yeah.
Because it's 3/4 thick. Whereas the brass, if we do a brass grid panel on the bottom, you're seeing everything. So. So yeah, if you can send me that in the next 2 or 3 days or whatever.
Yeah.
I just got to get back with it first part of next week, so time on that, get that locked down.
So there's this one. This is the only render that survived.
Yeah.
And it's I think those are the 1.75. No, those might be the 0.75 round ones on brass. But this is with the treatment, the fascia treatment here. What that looks like rendered in brass.
I think do one also with the ePay grid on the bottom. Put a piece of little ePay all the way around.
Yeah, so I've got
that brass trim.
I've got it. I've got that set up.
I really think I'm going to like that the best. I don't know what.
I was finally able to find some references of lights, suspension lights that have a plant inside of them by reverse Google imaging one of my renders for that.
Wow.
And I finally found some. So like this to get excited. Dude, I tried all these different keywords, and I found kind of something, but by reverse image searching that, Wayfair has a lot of these.
Oh yeah.
And they're just like affordable, off the shelf home stuff.
Yeah.
But
it's good for ideas.
Yeah, it's good. There's plenty of material to go to, but then there's also like the high-end house uploads or whatever. Somebody's got their artist profile on a house website or whatever. And not surprisingly, like Pinterest had a bunch of stuff. I just hate using Pinterest, man. No fun at all. Constantly bugging me to, hey, you should use the app. I'm gonna put these in the refrigerator real quick.
Yeah. Or put it in the freezer.
Hello. Good. And that side of here.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, here we go. Here's some of the references I found. I just like to pour through these and see a lot of the as far as the lights go themselves, they're gonna provide us with the lights, and as far as us ensuring that they're around there. I found some that went they're almost like if you've seen a gun's trigger lock, it's like a little braid, like a wire that's got a threaded coupling.
I know what you're talking about.
Yeah,
they have a name for those. They install threaded inserts.
Yeah, it's like a threaded insert at the end of each piece of the wire and the cabling, and it looked really nice. I'm not sure if they've got some specification for how their lights are going to hang down from.
No, they don't know anything.
So
I mean,
we're gonna have to come up
That's
with
all on us.
chains. A lot of them use chains. Here,
Yeah, I have
these are
no
the
idea
feature
what
here.
lights they're going to get.
It's like a cable that feeds through, and this prevents it from coming down. But this is how. This is just from one of the sites that had, a gallery of their images. But yeah, something like this be very minimal, but also securing. It would actually secure it to the thing, and it wouldn't be able to break off, and it would look like it would look nice.
Yeah, I'm picturing all that you're going to see is just whether it be a little chain or the cable or whatever, the light cord.
Right.
It just goes up through one of the
holes.
That's all you're going to see. You're not going to see anything else. It's just going to disappear up into the structure.
Up into the.
So that way, however we want to attach it, we can attach it with complete anonymity. You know, I mean, it doesn't really. I'm going to drive a frickin' framing nail through it, up into there. It won't matter because you won't see anything. Twisted over a egg sticking out of the middle or whatever. Oh, man. See, so I'm going to leave you with this.
Sure. Yep.
And these. And do you have these? I don't know if you did or not.
The renders?
Yeah.
I do.
Oh, you do? Okay.
Yes.
Well, here. Just keep them all.
Okay, yeah. The ones with the notes that's really...
yeah. One of those I didn't write on.
This one
They're slightly different. I'm not
so
sure
there's...
Why?
There's a sofa that is...
One of them is only listed as 30 inches wide, which is, there's no such thing.
That's one of the files. Because there's 4 files related to the sofa on here, and I guess one of them, and you'll see this one doesn't have the truss along the.
Oh yeah.
And I just want to show if it was
just get rid of that.
a complete one or what.
Don't even confuse yourself with that.
Okay, yeah, because
that
it's like
doesn't make any.
It's like, which one is it? Because there's also a love seat thing, right?
Yeah, one of them is he called it. Whatever. I mean, let's see. I've tried looking up the term love seat for dimensions, and there is no such thing. They vary from, all the way up to 6 feet. So, and I found companies calling 6-foot couches love seats. So, it doesn't really matter. As long as one of them on the inside is 36 and the other one's 60.
You see, look. You see how perfect it is?
Oh yeah.
It's but compared to that cut, it's whenever they dropped the razor, this thing was not squared with their fence was off or something, because it should be perfect like that. They'll send a new set out prompt, and I'll have the text. Yes,
up the type size on this one
for sure. They'll do that for us. Sorry about that, man. I'll get that.
Still going to use them in a sense, I mean, it's actually real common to have to do that.
Yeah.
I remember before I used to have cards. I had to get a reorder, and that's why I knew they wouldn't want them back.
Yeah,
they just send you.
Yeah, it's not worth the cost of it. They have to have some protocol with receiving set up, and what are they gonna do with them?
Yeah, I can see it on this one too. Just slightly crooked.
Yeah, their fence was off or something.
Just slightly.
I'm gonna take one with me too.
Oh yeah, no, on this side you can really notice.
Yeah, it shouldn't be like that.
Huh. Yeah, I didn't notice that.
We'll see how I've never had to deal with their customer service before, but I like to leave reviews, but also just form an opinion based on, because man, sometimes you really need their support service, whatever company you're doing business with. Yeah. And sometimes it's a real pain in the ass and
there's your check, by the way. Sitting there.
Thank you. A real hassle to engage with, guys from Cambodia or something on the phone. I used to work for AT&T Uverse doing tech support here in town. They used to have a call center here, and it's just a huge floor of people on the phones. Yeah. And I worked there for a few years, and we had another call center in the Philippines, and you'd get a call and they'd be like, "Oh, you're not the Filipino guy. You speak English, don't you?" And I was like, "Yes, sir." People just they call in all upset, and they've had to deal with these Filipinos who,
I got a strong accent,
can barely speak the language, and
Okay, so because my wife has a cousin who ran a big call center over in the Philippines.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, he owned it. In fact, he got rich off of it.
It's probably big business.
He just died, but yeah, it belongs to
What type of
Matthew
call center
or
was it? Was it like a?
I'm not sure,
Yeah.
but he said he had like 150 people working there. It was a big one, and he was from here. I mean, well, originally he was from there, but he had been here for like 40 years, and then all of a sudden he decided to go back. He married a woman. That's what it was. He
Yeah.
had just recently come over, so she still had a lot of connections, and so they went over and started this call center and made good with it for 6 or 8, 10 years, and then he got
Property investors tend to go to the Philippines and get vacation and rental properties
yeah.
and build out there, and apparently you can buy a house for like a lot of house for a pretty affordable price.
Oh, I know. It comes complete with slaves and everything.
I think that's where
not really an exaggeration.
John McAfee. Where was he at?
Oh, he went to an island.
Yeah, some island somewhere. But he
his whole little island.
he ended up owning the island as far as the government, like the local security and the police and shit.
Yeah, because didn't they want him for something?
Dude, he got arrested and he committed suicide in Spain. He killed himself in jail in Spain.
Huh.
But yeah, that guy had a crazy life, man. Just I think it was for murder. For what he might have gotten,
that's right.
He had a security thing.
They were after him for shooting somebody. He was the prime suspect in a shooting.
And the IRS was after him for tax shit.
Yeah, because he was a real rebel.
Oh,
he
man,
he was totally defiant, anti-government.
And he made enough money early in his life to where he could sustain that attitude and actually implement a life of rebellion. And interesting story, interesting guy. Yeah, this is not the right one.
Yeah, see, that's gonna need a decent amount of tune up there. What's up with that one?
Yeah, wow. I don't know. This is this is the file that should probably only exist.
So basically, I'm gonna need you to make a rendering only of one of them, really,
okay.
and like you said, with maybe that person there or something, so we can kind of gauge. Proportion and everything, and then of course they need a set of shop drawings so these guys can see what they're making, because they can't interpret a rendering.
Yeah, no, they need the tech sheet, the tech drawing.
And so the DXF files.
Do you know SAE, the measurement, the automotive engineers?
Yeah.
Okay.
So bolts and everything, all kinds of stuff.
Is there a table or something for some of the commonly found stock dimensions?
Oh, yeah.
You said they don't have.
Everything. Everything.
Is it SAE?
It's 2 clicks away.
Who is it? Do you know?
No, you got to go into steel designations and stuff like that. But yeah, I mean, bolts would be SAE.
Yeah.
But stuff like flat bar tubing and all that, there's other AWS and all kinds of. There's other rating agencies and stuff that give their but it's all standardized. I mean, of course there's metric.
Yeah,
which we every once in a while, it's funny, we'll get a piece of steel from the steel yard mixed in with a batch, and it'll be metric. I don't know how that happens, and it's really odd shit. I mean, for us, not for the rest of the world.
Yeah,
but it's completely standardized. I mean, you just look up chart. You want, for instance, I-beams. Now, I-beams are kind of weird. I-beam end channel is kind of weird in the sense that it goes by weight. It doesn't go by dimension. It only goes by one dimension, and it's times the weight equals the thickness. So it won't even give you the thickness. You have to know what the weight translates into as far as thickness. If you want to know the thickness, most people don't care about that. They're dealing with loads and stuff like that. So they just need to know the load, and you don't need to know the thickness for that. You just need to know, you plug it into an engineering chart.
Right.
But all that stuff is standard. Yeah.
Well, this is Autodesk solution for Fusion having a human. This person asks, where do you find a human 3D model import to Fusion 360? Go to the Autodesk online gallery and search for human. And so I wish you didn't even have to do that, but you can do that. And when you do that, come on, did it download it? It didn't even download it. Search for human, and they've got some artist model, John Brown. I know John Brown. Uploaded this model. Let's click this just in case because it sent me away from it earlier.
Android.
Yeah, it's an ugly. I want the female that SketchUp has.
Huh.
3D model. I want the full size. Just go ahead and download this guy too. Now it's downloading. F38. Here we go. Insert.
I guess we could, yeah, like if you can get that standing next to the couch, we could kind of gauge, even without having him sit down or whatever. We could gauge based on like where his knee bends at, and where the back comes up on his back and stuff like that. In relation to maybe other things that we think is standard.
Scale, like something that we're going to be familiar with, and that's going to allow them to put it in the real world.
I didn't think about measuring these couches. Now these are a little lower here. Well, I don't know if you really want one quite. No, these are still 19. The top of the cushion's 19. Now these backs are real low, and I don't like it. It hits me below the shoulder blades. I don't like that.
No.
So I definitely don't want them like that. But the cushion's at 19, which is pretty standard. And so yeah, I think.
So this guy is
way too low.
So this person is 5 foot 1 inch. That's too small. That's a shorty right there.
Yeah.
That'd be a shorty short.
It's a Filipino woman. Wow.
Now, Cinema has got
Indonesia.
one out the box. This is much better. This is the figure that I like to bring up, and it's just like a 5'7" guy,
Yeah.
70 inches. How many feet is 70 inches? That's gonna be 5'8".
2 inches short of 6 foot.
2 inches short is 5'10".
5'10". That's about right. I mean,
Yeah.
That'd be fun.
That's the Fox News alert.
No, this is my email.
Well, that notification bell. That's from the that sound.
Oh,
Has
it
a-
be, yeah.
Yeah, it's that sound. That
Oh, it is. Yeah, you're right.
he's got a note. The dude that made that,
Yeah.
the sound engineer for Fox News, he's been a little bit he's famous for making that notification because
Oh, yeah?
it's what they still use 12 years later or something.
Jeez. Wow.
But yeah, there's a story behind it and what it was used for. No, I want STL files. Here we go. Let's see how big our human is in here. He should be 5'10".
Now, that one's still at the lower height.
Yeah, this one,
Okay,
yeah,
so
has not
that's
been.
Still, yeah.
So, a 5'10" inch figure. Is that how small?
That would be way too low.
It'd be like a little
midget thing.
little toy.
Yeah.
It'd be a small little toy.
Yeah. No.
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
Yeah. Good thing we went through these.
Now, fortunately, we're going to totally control here the height, the width, the depth, and all that. Because, for instance, the trestle just is what it is for him with the DXF file, and that little piece of trim. That's all that he's going to be doing on these.
Mhm.
So really,
Everything else is us.
everything else is us determining dimension. So
Yeah.
whereas on both those other tables, it was him. We were locked into what he cut. So on this one, these were not. Now we will be on the chairs to a certain extent. But
I wonder if I should remove
I think
these
just
two.
remove those two.
Those two
Yep.
right there
Just remove them.
to make room.
And remove ours. You can take ours out. Oh, I made a note on there. One of them is already noted.
It's already noted?
Yeah,
Okay.
It's already
Okay.
there. No,
Okay.
I don't know what drawing it is.
Good.
Now I don't know, really how much room. I mean, we can shrink it to, proportional.
The I was looking at the table downstairs, the coffee table
Uh-huh.
that's got the logo. It's gonna have the logo
Uh-huh.
there, and we took two of them out to make room for it, and I think it's gonna be perfect, like the perfect ratio of space needed. I've already made their logo to send in a GXF file. So like I can put that in there and onto the render, and like we can make sure it all looks good before finalizing anything.
Yeah.
Cool. It's good to
And
have
by
this.
the way, I know Dart really struggled. See the trestle on that?
Yeah.
It's kind of exaggerated compared to the trestle on the big table,
Okay.
which it isn't going to be at all the same room, so it wouldn't really matter. But I would bring the center of it, the bottom center, I would bring that down a little bit. And I remember sitting here with him. He tried and tried and tried and tried
to manipulate this.
Yeah. He couldn't figure out how to get. It kept keeping both of them and all that. And you notice there's ghost stuff in there.
Yeah.
That's him struggling.
Yeah. There's
He couldn't figure out how.
I could tell he tried to use some shape like to make the grid for the suspension light with all the holes or squares. What you do is I just make a cube that is longer than the platform itself, and you'll see. And like all the geometry that you make in these programs kind of works like this. And I duplicated that cube a whole bunch of times via a cloner. So like I'm not going in here and like drawing a square or anything. What I do is I just I create a primitive geometry, and you'll see these cubes.
So you're kind of making your own library.
So like everything starts off as primitive geometry, like whether it's a cube or a dodecahedron or whatever. And I made my orca. It started off as a cube, and like I just extended here, extended more over here, and then added new faces, and eventually you get to the point of subdivision, and it's like a totally new organic shape. But this one cube was cloned into a uniform separation, and then I intermeshed the two and do an operation called bool, where one element is subtracted from the other, or it's unified, or however. There's a few different permutations of it, and that's how the CCC logo is cut out of a plate. I take the vector I made of the logo, put it into a plate shape, and then do a bool operation to subtract that, and you get new geometry. But you can tell I'm like if I open up the lines here, you'll see this when they go away. Well, it's hard to tell with the materials, but this.
Yeah, I just won't think I can sell on that.
Yeah.
That solves a couple different problems and stuff.
That's going
to be way better. Plus, maybe I'll take them, literally see if I can meet her and show her a piece of epay.
Oh, yeah, that'd be.
I have a polished piece down there. When I say polished, epay is so hard that you can polish it like granite.
Yeah, with like
you take it to 2,000 grit with the sander, and it's mirror finish.
Wow.
And you need no finish. It's burnished. And it's totally impervious to everything.
That's
and
awesome.
All you do then is wax it, and it's badass. Where most woods, you can do that a little bit with like white oak and stuff. You can burnish it for a burnished finish, but not very much stuff.
Yeah.
See that line? You can figure out how to get rid of that.
And I could tell like this is probably a line from like a. It might have been a circle shape that he made. That like when you use stuff like that to like just create shapes, and like it can be like, especially in these CAD programs, like making stuff like that can be real frustrating sometimes because like they're great for like extreme precision, but they're not great for like free form shape making. And That's how these programs are. Like,
So
man,
anyway,
you
if you
can,
wanted to pull down the bottom of that
Yeah.
and widen out the middle a little bit,
yeah,
then
I got
feel
you.
free, because I think that's a little bit extreme for the trestle.
Yeah.
You could drop that down maybe an inch or whatever.
I
Over
bet I
the
could do
whole
this.
thing.
Let's see how I've never done this before. Let's see if it works.
Right here, pretty quick here. I'm gonna have to kick you out.
Yeah, man, no
Start
problem.
the feed.
No problem. You mean I'm
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 gonna
gonna take one of these with me
Oh, yeah,
to
go
send
ahead.
to them
Whatever.
a picture of.
Yeah.
Let's
Oh
see.
man. Yeah. Feel better tomorrow. Get shit done. Nothing to do. I slept in no mood.
Yeah.
I've done that
Hey man,
for
that's what
years.
the weekends are for. We've got supposed to be grilling. John's supposed to be grilling right now.
Oh, hey, yeah, I need you to take probably way too much shit.
Let me see if we can find a box. Oh yeah, there's one over there. Good. I'm gonna load you up, and throw half their way. Feel free. I mean, don't feel guilty, because
Not at all.
this stuff's not always the freshest stuff. Already close to the gauge.
I see you've devoured all of the donut wheels things.
Oh yeah, almost. Those things were good. They were good. You happen to like giant pickles?
Giant pickles? Oh yeah. That's like back at the high school when you
Yeah.
be like the football game or whatever.
This.
Got the mouse. What are you gonna do with this drone body, man?
Oh, probably put it on a wall somewhere. Actually, it's a lesson to me. I don't know. Eventually, I've got to get another one the same
This
drone.
drone corpse. Which one is it? The Mavic?
It's the Mavic 3 Classic.
Yeah, that's unfortunate.
Yeah. Let's see. You're gonna take a boatload of tortillas.
Oh, dude, we love tortillas.
Oh, perfect.
Trash can. Here you go. Bless you. Man, I got this clamp the other day, and it came with like it's like a little low profile clamp, and it came with like a little hand tool, like a hand drill. And dude, some of the drill bits on this thing are like the like they're hair thin, dude. They're so thin that I don't know if you'd be able to use them.
Oh, yeah, little wire.
They're
wire
like little
bits.
wire. It's
Yeah.
like for jewelry type of stuff.
Yeah, that's all. I've got a little bitty set. You open this thing up, and they're called wire drills, but they're wire size.
Yeah,
They're called
tiny,
numbers.
They're tiny, tiny. I was just like, God damn.
How do you even get a chuck? You can chuck up.
Yeah,
Oh,
like, it's got to be only meant to be used like a hand
Yeah, I
tool.
don't even know how you would do that.
Because like I can see them. If you put them into a chuck that was like motor powered, it'd probably just heat up super
Yeah, I don't even
and just
know
like
what that
bend.
Exactly. I don't even know how that works. Okay, there's a bunch of stuff down the stairs. Get another box for you downstairs.
Oh man, no love.
Here. No, that's just where it starts. You're gonna be If you want 8 times that many tomatoes, we have them.
Oh yeah, you got so many tomatoes.
There's a whole big, there's a box. Cases of oranges. Cases of biscuits. My wife is back with 2 vehicles full.
You got a big old can of tomato juice or tomato sauce down there.
Pizza sauce.
That's like kitchen style, like kitchen quantity. Like tomatoes. Yeah, like restaurant kitchen quantity. Pizza sauce.
Let's see. So, oh, here.
Yeah, that's huge, dude.
Tomatoes.
Oh my
I
goodness.
think you need to take another one.
So yeah, the feet came out looking pretty good. So
Yeah.
the little feet.
Yeah, we really struggled with the brass thing. Yeah, like, we just stacked the two different plates, but then I wanted more details. So I took
Yeah.
them back apart, and I used a guide, and that's literally just cut in there with a cutoff wheel. I just scored them.
Scored
with a
them?
cutoff wheel.
Ah,
Added enough detail that I think
that's
it works.
that works.
Yeah.
It almost looks like you cut it and then folded it over like
Yeah,
a
I think it absolutely works.
yeah. So you can just increase and decrease the height with that,
Yeah,
right?
about 1.5 inches of movement both ways.
That's
So,
good.
Yeah.
That's badass.
And right
Dude.
now, with the wood top, it is at about 31. About right. Let's see if it'll be yeah, it's too heavy. We're going to get Tyler a bunch of stuff here.
Oh, good. Please take some.
What we got? Here, he's taking a whole box right there.
Cool.
What else?
Take a melon.
Oh, yeah.
That one there. There's one right there.
Where
Right
is
there.
that? Over here?
Right there on the table.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, here's a honeydew melon. Here, let's start a new box.
And mango Pepsi.
You're going to need another box.
Yeah,
Mango-
you're gonna need another box.
Mango Pepsi?
Yeah, I don't know. I haven't tried.
I
You
didn't
wanna
know.
ride?
I didn't know that existed.
You wanna ride?
I have. Well, I'm gonna call John right now to see if he'll come pick me up.
I can give you a ride.
I have my bike with me. What vehicle?
In my car.
What car do you drive?
Or I'll just drive John's car. Okay. I'll take you home.
Table saw. Oh, you're gonna get snagged up. Hold on.
I'm gonna take you in John's truck.
Okay, let me unsnag you right here because you're about to get snagged up.
Okay. Here. I have to bring it here. Oh, you got it?
There we go.
I keep looking. I'm gonna trip over it.
Yeah,
I can trip over it.
you're good. There we go. That's what I'm talking about. Yeah, thank you.
Okay.
Oh, yeah.
Is it from Mexico or something? Oh yeah, we have that at the house.
Okay,
Yeah,
there's
yeah.
two different kinds, actually. They're different.
We have the green one for sure.
Okay, well, then you're taking this one.
Okay. I wonder what this was used for. Girly cards. Oh, it's for Bondo. Set here.
Tomatoes? You have tomatoes?
Where's your bike at? Oh yeah.
It's right next to the box truck.
Okay, let's go. I got it. Let me get my wallet.
I mean, yeah, no, we have 3 boys that they're men, but they're 8. They're oh yeah. Well, so we have 8 grown men that live in the house, and so we were always cooking. They're Mexicans,
Oh, there.
like they know how to cook.
Yeah.
Like they're the type of Mexicans that can cook and do cook.
Oh, I like to cook too.
So like
Yeah.
there's always food going in and out the house.
Let me cover stuff.
Yeah, sure. What are you painting?
My
Cabinets?
cupboard. That's my, that's my trailer.
I did not know that.
Yeah, so I'll be living in that hopefully in a couple of weeks.
It looks cool. It's a nice big trailer.
Yeah, so you want to see inside?
Yeah.
So I put money into it already. My brother, but I'm gonna be living in it.
That's a hell of a living space. I would love to live in a space like
Yeah.
that.
It's just for me. I mean, I have
Yeah.
nothing else except
And
for
the
my
cats.
cat. Yeah, but that cat door's gonna go
Yeah. Where are you gonna put that at?
in. The cat door's right here. I'm gonna put that in here, right here.
So it's got.
And then I'm gonna have like a little catio. I'll build it.
Yeah, that's cool.
So they actually, because they live in that room right there, they've never seen outdoors,
Oh, really?
and they're really big fat cats that
Yeah.
need the exercise.
Yeah.
They've only been in a little room.
It's got
because
everything. You got a little fridge, a little water treatment
I have-
right there.
That's the water heater. Did you see this here? This is my home.
Cool.
You don't have to come visit. I don't know anybody else. I mean, I'm not trying to force you to visit. but
No, that's cool.
This is the counter. We just bought the counter yesterday. That's it. I can walk up there and do
And
whatever. And then this is the yeah, this is my bathroom. Full shower, bath.
wow, that's great. Where did he get this from?
He's had it since
He's had it for a
California.
while,
He
yeah.
lived in it for 2 years.
Yeah.
And then lots of space. I mean,
Lots of space.
So this is the counter, and I bought the sink. You can see the sink on the other side.
Yeah.
And then this will be my counter space, which I'll have a lot.
Yeah. Storage up here.
And then this is my bedroom and my desk. See, built-in desk and bedroom. And
That's
I'm gonna
great.
have a little freezer right there, a little freezer in that little spot, which is what that freezer was in, or
That's
refrigerator.
great.
But I want a freezer so I can keep
like yeah.
a little one,
Yeah.
This is my
Well,
home.
that's very affordable food. Like.
Well, I'm gonna live on John's wife, because otherwise.
Is it gonna have the trailer set up on it already? Yeah, it's got wheels and everything.
Yeah, it'll be my home.
That's great.
That'll be mine.
That is awesome. Congratulations.
Yeah, and then I'll have the deck. I'm gonna swap that stuff later on today after he cocks it. I have to get up there and slop the stuff on there.
Yeah.
And then after we bought the counter, because this is the counter yesterday, right there. That'll be the
Is that like a melamine board
Yeah.
or something?
a melamine.
Yeah.
And
got some
once
at my
that's
house,
up, then I can go over there and finish the rest over there.
Yeah, we made some like bench tops out of this stuff,
Yeah.
which is great.
Yeah. So that's my home. That'll be my home.
That's great. I'd love
I
to
can't
do
wait to
something like
get
that.
out of here. You know?
Yeah. How long are you
I
going
already
to take to
got
finish
chewed out.
everything?
So yeah, choose my ass out. I'm going to get the fuck out.
Aw,
Yeah, but they all do that.
it's the cats, right?
No, it's her. You know she is.
What's her name? Yeah. Yeah, it seemed like,
She is very good. And I just love that.
really?
Even though I'm still sister.
It doesn't matter. He's walking the dog. I think he took the dog somewhere.
Yeah, so, I want to get out of here too. So I'm trying to get it done as much as possible.
Yeah, take a little bit of time.
Well, it takes John's time, a little bit of time, because he has to go up there and look at the work that Anthony did in order for me to go up there and. Boy, John, it's going to be so cool.
Yeah, you gotta adjust the seat there.
I don't know if you can. Can I? Oh, I
Yeah,
can.
there you go. Should be able to. It seemed like it wasn't engaging there.
Right? That's what it seemed like. So, I'm going to be right over there on the 09 area, right?
Oh yeah, the 78209.
Is that where you live over there?
So
somewhere?
yeah, so we're gonna be heading sort of in that direction. Terrell Hills is the name of the neighborhood that I live in, which is right next to Alamo Heights.
Okay. Well, then you can come visit me and say hello.
Yeah, you'll probably be right there. I used to live in Almost Park, which is like,
Well, that's around my store.
it's technically Monte Vista, like, but we're like right at the edge of
Well, maybe
Monte
he has
Vista
to
and
break.
Almost Park.
No, he's not break on that. I don't think he has to break on. Otherwise, I don't think it would go.
It would be.
It would be that thing right there, right?
Yeah. It would
But I
be
think
that
it's up.
thing. Yeah, you'd have like an indicator on the
This is the most
dash.
So I don't know. Just for some. Ooh, it's hot today. I've got bites all over me from mosquitoes.
Mosquitoes?
Yep.
Gosh.
Yep.
They really just like they
I'm
attack
a
you.
California girl. That's why. They
Like,
know.
hey, fresh blood.
They do.
Untapped blood
Yep.
source.
Yep. So which way?
Yep, we're gonna be going right here.
To Malone? Or are we catching the freeway?
Yeah, so we're gonna take a left at Malone.
Yeah. Okay. Getting on the freeway.
So I used to drive. I used to have a Scion TC, but I sold it probably like 4 years ago now, and I haven't had a vehicle since. But I still drive because my roommate's got a Tahoe that I'll get to use occasionally.
Yeah.
But yeah,
Some air.
their job is to foster care these disabled guys who live with them 24/7.
Well, foster care's been good money, isn't it?
So yeah, they make about, there's three clients that they've got. Yeah, take a left at Malone.
Yeah. I know how to get there.
And they pull. It's untaxed. They get completely untaxed
That one
income.
doesn't. I think this one does. You turned up. I don't know how. I think I can go. Yeah. I just this town yet.
But yeah, they make $8,000 a month
See.
untaxed.
See. Yeah. That's great, isn't it?
It's great, and their utility bill is capped at I think it's like $142 or something for everything. So like the state subsidizes water,
electric.
trash, all of their utilities are capped at, like, you can. So if they end up going over that, the state subsidizes the rest.
Okay, because they're working for the.
Yeah, they get paid by the state, and like
Yeah,
it's guaranteed income because the state's
Yeah.
the one footing the bill. But
Wow.
one of the guys that we live with, there's one of the clients. His name's Timothy, and he's like 62 or 63 years old, but he's not a big guy, but he's got this enormous belly because his mental retardation. He can't speak at all, so he kind of to communicate, if you call that communicating at all. But he's got this disability where he's constantly craving water, and so we've got lots.
He's like loaded with water.
He's loaded. You can like hear it sloshing around inside of him sometimes.
That's so funny.
And like if you don't watch him, then he'll get to the kitchen and he'll break into the refrigerator. We've got locks in the refrigerator.
So he has a water, like he actually craves it.
He's
or
got
addicted.
So it's like
It has to be an addiction.
I'm not sure if like he actually has a thirst, but he's got it in his mind that he just constantly is got a craving to drink.
You could overhydrate.
Yeah. Oh yeah. So it's a danger. So we've got locks on the kitchen that you have to every
It's Hydra.
whenever you're not, like, if we're asleep, like, they can't be left at home alone.
No, I guess not.
But the kitchen has to be locked. He'll sometimes escape outside to start drinking from the hose.
Oh man.
All the faucets have the handles pulled off of them.
So he doesn't.
The shower has the handles pulled off of them because otherwise he will get into
That's a weird thing though. It's different.
It is. It's different.
I've never heard that before.
And sometimes
That's Hydra.
Sometimes it's hilarious because
That's a real Hydra.
He'll be craving, like, he likes soda. That's his favorite thing. Yeah, we're gonna go to 35.
Yeah.
Take a lift on the 35.
Okay, that I know I keep saying Hydra, but it's more of a. Who knows? I mean, if he craves it or if he actually is.
Because if you're actually like feeling the sensation of thirst,
then you're dehydrated.
Well, but really, it's all in the brain, and with mental retardation,
Oh, that's true.
it could, like, I could see it being that he's getting a signal that, hey, thirst, like, just like if you have dry mouth or otherwise are dehydrated and in need of fluid, then if he's constantly experiencing that, I would hope not, because man, that would be just
That's a scary thought, though.
Yeah.
I've never heard that before, and that's interesting.
And it can happen if you have like a brain injury, like if you are in like an accident or something, and you're subject to a brain injury, and like they do studies on people like this, because like Timothy can't communicate, and a lot of the people that have his condition, they also are unable to communicate effectively.
Right.
So it's difficult to really get a read on what exactly is going on.
Wow.
But they have studies.
It's a lot of work, then, right?
It's a lot of work. It's a lot of work, and you have to constantly monitor him, because he'll also do this thing where if you don't, he'll come up to you with a cup and be like, and if you don't give him water, if you like deny him for long enough, he'll do this thing where he fake cries and he'll be like, nah, nah. And it's like he's not very disruptive, but if he hasn't had a drink in an hour or so, he'll start doing it.
Come on, dude. Should I get over right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, now you're good.
I can't pick up on it. I have to reach the pedal. Am I going straight?
Yes.
Okay.
We're going to keep going until we get to I-10
Okay.
West.
All right. So, I mean, I was going to ask you, I've been wanting to go. I mean, I know this is weird because you don't know me, but I don't know anybody that it would be willing to go to the water park.
Yeah?
And I can't ask my brother. I can't ask Leahy. I can't ask Benji, who's like 60-something years old. John's 60-something years old. He doesn't want to go.
Oh.
You know what I mean? So, I have absolutely nobody else to ask.
Which water park are you going to go to?
I want to try I can't even say the word. That German one.
Schlitterbahn.
Yes.
Schlitterbahn. Dude, Schlitterbahn's great.
I've never, John doesn't want to go.
Yeah.
So, I mean, it's more of I'm a kid, okay? I'll always be a kid, to John especially, but I'm not willing to just not go.
Yeah, no, Schlitterbahn's a lot of fun. I haven't been there, and there's a few of them in the United States, but like,
I've seen it on the video.
Yeah, the hottest, coolest time in Texas.
Am I going straight?
Yeah, you're going to go El Paso West, or I'm sorry,
Right
I-10
here.
West. Yes, just keep going straight.
So,
Yeah, we're right.
and I don't know anybody else. I can't ask Aubrey. He's too old.
When are you going to go?
I don't know. I want to go, so I
Well,
just...
they're only open a certain time of year. They're probably open now. Like,
Well, it says that, they say, I think that it's advertising already, but I'll look it up, but I don't know your outlook. I'm going as fast as I can. Can I get over? Because this guy's on my tail.
yes, you can. Yeah, you're good.
Okay, dude, go ahead. Go.
Oh, there's where John crashed his drone.
I know, I went with him.
What happened? So
Okay,
he just lost
so he woke me up. Okay, no, he did. He kind of woke me up. he's stationed. I think because I went with him to buy the drone and everything, right? And he brought it home. That night he went and went out and went out played with it for like 1 hour, not even an hour. Came back. Benji came, or whatever. He did his thing with his women's, whatever. And then he comes back in the middle of the night. He's stationed. I think I just crashed my drone.
Oh no.
So I said, "Oh no, John, you just bought it. Am I going full Austin?"
You're gonna go yes. Yeah, 35 north now.
Okay. Let me see if I can do this.
So he had just recently gotten it?
No, he got it that day.
Oh no, really?
That day.
Oh no.
Yeah, so we went and got it because the guy was a filthy rich man. Okay.
The guy he bought it from?
Yeah. He goes with his Tesla. He came in and he says, my wife gifted it to me and I don't need it. Okay, whatever. It was brand new.
Damn.
So yeah. So we went up there at night. It was 11:30 at night. Austin, you said?
Yes.
Sorry, I don't know. And this is crazy. So we went out there, and it was 11 o'clock at night. We were walking around with flashlights, and this guy walks over to us like a bum.
Yeah.
He says, "Hey, I bet I know what you're looking for."
Oh.
And he says, "What?" He goes, "A drone." He goes, "Yeah." He goes, "It's up there," and it was just right
like
where we were standing.
Like a little patch of roof that was up there.
Yeah, totally. Just a patch roof. And he says, I saw it land,
Oh no.
So, what are we going to get off on?
So you're going to keep going until you get to Rittiman.
Okay.
Yeah.
So he goes, the guy says, yeah, it's right up there. And of course, that's high. I mean, just that roof is high. So he goes, okay. So we went home, and that night, the next morning, John got his other drone out. And he went over there in the morning and flew his drone around to see if he could get pictures of it. And there it was, right, sitting there, right on like 5 feet from the corner. And shattered.
Yeah, I was going to say.
See it?
Yeah, I saw it. Like
not shattered, but not cracked.
It's in an unrecoverable state. Like I saw it.
You probably could save some of that, but I don't know what for.
Yeah, it would be for if you got another drone like it.
Maybe the camera. I don't know.
So like I had a drone. We had a drone just like that one, the mini version.
Oh, wait, I forgot to tell you. Did he tell you how we got it?
To get ladders or something. How did you get it? How did you end up getting it?
Let me tell you that and you can tell me.
Okay, yeah.
So we dressed up like we worked there. So we had our vests on, our reflector vests and our hard hats.
Yeah.
And we went over there with our, we paid to get in. We didn't tell them that we worked there yet. So then we got our hard hats and vests on and went and took the big, huge, long ladder and walked over there and got it up and then got it down.
Did anybody approach you or anything or look at you?
No, because we looked like we belonged there.
Yeah,
Isn't that
that's great. That's
okay,
awesome.
now tell me.
I've never. I would love to do something like that.
I was a little nervous. John's done it before.
I would be nervous too. Because I mean,
There's nobody there, though.
they don't know what you're up to. Like you could be planting a bomb or something. But if you were to be like, hey,
we were
somebody
there for a
approached you.
split second.
Yeah, that's good.
That ladder was huge. It was only a medium ladder, he said, but he barely was able to get up there on that ladder. So, anyways.
Yes, so we had a drone like that, just a mini version, and it had a problem with the arm, not wanting to stay unfolded, and that's gonna screw up the flight entirely. So they were like, "Can you fix it?" And I took it parts of it apart, and it needed a new fulcrum right there.
Oh yeah.
Where it makes it stiff.
Yeah.
And one of the guys that worked for the roofing company that used the drone, he was fiddling around with it and painting it and what I had put back together. He started taking it apart again, and that drone was pretty much ruined by that guy after he got done with it. Yeah. And once it gets to a point like that, it's not economically affordable to recover it, and you're better off just getting a different drone. So he could get another drone of that model that's got a problem with it, and if that unit has the parts that this other unit needs, you could Frankenstein them together and build a new drone.
But then you'd have.
Well, if you did a good job of it, it would be fine. It would be a perfectly good drone. But it's just a matter of how much you're going to spend in your money and time.
Yeah.
Addressing it. We had a different brand of drone for my cousin's company, and it's a Chinese company drone, and it ended up one of the cables inside the camera that moved the camera around got pinched, by the motor moving, and it separated, and it would no longer feed video to the phone.
Oh.
And I opened it up to see what was going on, and I saw that cable had been severed. And like looking online, that cable alone is not available. It's like you can't buy it alone. So and it's like a $2 cable or something, but you can buy the entire camera assembly for like $120. So if you had 2 drones that were both broken, but like this one had the cable that you needed, you could bring it over here and put it on there and not have to buy a whole assembly, and that would be a quick, easy operation. So like having the drone corpse, as you might call it.
I think you could keep that.
Yeah, keep it around because he may end up.
You can almost return that one if you bought a new one.
Yeah.
I don't know how that works, but
I wonder where that guy got it from.
He got it from his wife.
Yeah, where did she buy it from? Though?
I don't know. That's what we don't know. But you rode all the way there to there.
I used the public transportation.
Oh, good. I'm like, like thinking, oh my gosh,
so
dude.
I've done that before. Like sometimes I like to just ride.
I mean, I love to ride too on the bike, but
and, like usually at night.
I don't know this town, so I don't
Dude,
ride.
okay, so the Salado Creek Greenway is great. Like it goes through like I don't know.
Well, I'll have to go there.
20 miles, and it's all sidewalk. I set some of the sidewalk with my friend's contracting company, but it's all in the woods, and
that'll be cool.
Yeah, it's all in the woods. There's some twisty turns, to some uphills and downhills, but like it's an easy ride, especially if you have brakes on your bike. But like my bike doesn't have any. You have a good bike?
I have a good bike.
Is it a road bike or like a mountain bike?
Mountain bike.
Yeah. My bike doesn't have any brakes, so like coming up on the turns, I crashed once the other night, or this was like 2 months ago. But yeah, going into the turns, like you kind of have to be on the anticipating them. But I had no lights. My phone had run out of batteries, and I didn't know where exactly I was. And I knew that it's easy to get turned around at the Salado Creek Greenway and end up going in the back where you came from if you're not careful. And so I had been riding. It took me like 3.5, 4 hours riding from one side of town to the other, all through the Greenway, almost entirely through the Greenway. It was great.
Wow.
Yeah,
well, I mean, you stay in shape that way, though.
Yeah, and it's like you encounter stuff like weird, crazy people out on the Greenway.
Oh, I'm sure, but I don't know if I
critters.
If I would do that with myself right now.
No, like you definitely want to go with a group or something, some friends. I love riding my bike though. Yes.
I do love my bike, and I haven't been on it in so long, and I need to get I have those funky tire thingies, and I have a hard time blowing them up.
Oh, the valves?
Yeah.
Are they Schrader valve? Like
the skinny one. I have the thing to blow it, but I can't. It's hard for me to blow.
So what I do, I have a hand pump that has either or.
Is it better than the regular one?
Yeah. So you're gonna take a right on the frontage road. You're gonna stay on the frontage road.
Okay.
And you're gonna briefly get on a 410. It looks like it's all access road actually.
Oh yeah. Okay,
yeah.
Right here.
Yeah.
Okay.
But what I do with the air pump, yeah, there you go. Sorry.
No, that's okay.
With the air pump, I just use a hand pump, like like a hand sanitizer.
Uh-huh.
The straw inside of it, you can stick it into the air pump, and then stick the other side onto your valve and fill it up like that. It works great.
Well, next time you come, will you show me?
Yeah, I'll show you. Because you gotta refill your tires every once in a while.
Well, they're flat right now, and I don't know.
And you're gonna be taking a left at the light on Riddiman Road.
Okay, so I should
half
stay
a mile.
here.
Yeah, just stay right here.
I have to look everything. I have to reach, and I have to really look up because I can't see because he has stuff so high.
Yeah, he's got this ladder rack thing, or like material rack that I guess he uses.
He has to do that too, though, when you have to look at the lights like that.
Yeah. This is the HEB distribution center.
Oh yeah.
This is where I'm at. HEB's got a big facility right here.
No, dude, I'm from California. So
yeah. Well, this is your new company here, HEB.
That's my new company.
They got a big distribution facility there where all the trucks pull in, and then they get all the produce and bring it to every store around town.
I was just here.
I used to work at that restaurant right there.
Cool.
A while back.
Right here? Do I turn here?
You're gonna take a left at this light right here.
Okay, not the turnaround, right?
Nope. We're almost there.
I just went there. No, wait. Yes, I did. To that comfort, or one of those places. I think it was right down there or something, or right here.
Yeah.
For that interview for food, that.
The Brett
Yes.
Ramsey or whatever.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's a.
I can't wait for them to call me.
Is it $2 or so?
Yeah.
Damn.
I know, but it's okay. I don't.
It's worth it.
I'm thinking, but were my nails clean or I'm thinking because look I got paint and dirt under them.
Yeah.
And I'm thinking,
I'm
did she
sure
see my
nobody
nails?
does.
Maybe she'll call me because I have
Go
dirty
straight.
nails. I kept thinking that last night. I said, what if she doesn't call me because I have dirty nails?
Some people who do interviews will like take notice of that
They do.
that type of
I
thing.
work in
but
food service. They're gonna do that.
I think a lot of people just would not have.
And I thought, what? She's not gonna call
Oh no, I'm sure she'll call.
because of my nails. Because when I went there, I said, oh my gosh, I have paint and gunk under my nails, and I wasn't prepared. I don't go to get my. I'm not, a girl. I don't go do any of that.
Yeah,
so,
go get petties and mayonnaise.
But I should have because it's important.
Yeah.
For the job. So I don't know. If they don't call in 2 weeks, I'll know I didn't get it.
Really?
Yeah, because she said a week and a half she'll call you because of the local one is the first one, and after that, then they'll call you and say you passed the first one. Do you still want to go forward?
Ah, yeah, I see.
So if in 2 weeks, the cops are still.
Oh yeah, there's cops always over here.
Yeah, I was wondering that they are. They hang out there?
No,
Donuts?
They were probably eating at that restaurant. But up there, I got pulled over on my bike up there where we turned left onto the highway for not having a light. And man,
They were there last time I was there too.
they probably go in there for lunch.
Maybe they have free food.
Yeah, and they probably go to. They know the people there,
Mm-hmm.
and you can take a right at this light right here.
Yeah, that's a long ways.
That'd be a long bike ride.
Yeah, that'd be fun. I mean, you could do it. I've done a lot.
Definitely could. It would take it'd probably take an hour and 50 minutes. So
depending.
sometimes and then you're gonna keep going straight or along the bend here, and you'll go.
Look at this thing you have.
Yeah, so this is this thing is cool. That's part of the creek. That's part of the greenway,
Oh.
and it goes all the way through here, and you'll see that it bends around. And there's an actual literal creek down there, but there's also a paved a wide section of sidewalk that and it's designated bike.
I think John did a job over here just.
Yeah, he probably it wouldn't surprise me.
Yeah, because I think we were just here picking up money from John. But I just think I've seen this before.
Yeah, it's
That would be fun.
Yeah, the Greek. My friend John, he loves fishing, and after a hard rain, it'll be high. The creek will be high, and there'll be fish swimming around. And he can get his little. He's got a little mini a kid's fishing pole.
What do they call that? The sugar cane. Is it sugar cane that you?
Is that the
sugar.
It's a cute little thing. And then you'll bend around.
Or
here.
one that you just snap up.
Yeah. It works.
Oh, I know. You could just do anything and it works. It's just a string or whatever.
Then my house is the one right after the next street on the left, right at the stop sign.
Oh, right at the stop sign?
Yeah, right after the stop sign.
Okay.
Yeah.
But on the street right here?
Yeah, on this street, and it's where that van is right there.
And you're on the corner?
Yep, right here at the corner.
Oh, I don't know where to stop.
My dog's in that. You can just pull up to the mailbox or whatever.
Okay. Cool, you have a corner house.
Yeah, we've got a corner house. This is Sergio and John's house. They're good. They're good to me. We installed that ramp right there. You see that aluminum ramp?
Yeah.
Near that blue barrel?
That blue barrel?
Yeah, we installed that ramp. That's how I met them, because they got a wheelchair guy, and they needed a ramp, and they wanted a 30-foot ramp, and I was like, dude, that's gonna
help you get this stuff.
I probably got it, but this door, I don't know.
Oh yeah.
Oh, it's open. There we go. Yeah, that's how I met them. I installed the ramp for them, and then after that, we were I installed some lights, some security cameras, and ended up moving in.
Cool.
Yeah, my dad had a house right up here that I grew up. I went to middle school over here. Yeah. Between that house and my grandparents over in Almost Park. Oh man, love this. Load of oranges.
No, oranges are great. Let's put the tomatoes.
I put them down gently. Hello, Fair. Hola. Oh, look at that mushroom. Yeah, thank you.
No
I
problem.
wonder, is that growing right there?
Probably, yeah.
Oh my god. That's a
Don't let anybody eat it.
yeah. No, I'm scared of my dog eating something like that. Okay, thank you so much. I'll let you know. I'm gonna look at Twitter and see what. Make sure that they got tickets. Yeah, for sure. I'll see ya. Bye. Thank you. Packet. Oh, mail. Okay, I'll check it. Oh, Bandy girl. Hey, John, I got some food. Wow. My boss's sister gave it to us. Yeah, including mango Pepsi. Yeah. They had a. My boss's wife went to I guess the food bank or something, and got a bunch of this shit. A bunch of stuff. I've never heard of mango Pepsi before. Really? Yeah. Well, we're gonna try it. Wow. Yeah, she gave me a ride back. Got a lot of work to do. Yeah. Got paid. Got a lot of work to do.
Oh, good. I just put Sandy on time about
Oh, right on.
10 minutes ago.
Yeah?
And I haven't let her in, and then I just locked the door right now, and I was going to let her in, but not yet. So you can let her in.
Okay. So she'll knock if she does.
I'm sure she'll.
Yeah, I'm not sure exactly what's in here.
Almonds.
Almonds? Bread, tortillas. Oh shit, nice. Pastries?
Yeah.
Alright, I'm gonna have one of these right now. Hell yeah. Dude, they had a bunch more, like a bunch of food. Tons of tomatoes. I don't know what they're doing with all the tomatoes, but they have loads of food.
Where it's a shot?
Yeah. But they live there. There's a house up top.
Oh, yeah. Okay.
And like a living space. And they have a big trailer, like a tow behind RV trailer, that used to be where John lived, but they're like the roof kind of collapsed at one point, and they fixed that up, and they're just like re-outfitting the rest of it. And it's almost ready. And that's where the sister that dropped me off, that's where she lives. Who? That's another. I was just like, I didn't know what to say. She's too old for me.
She just asked.
Yeah.
She didn't food.
But yeah, she asked, he was like, here, take this food. And then she gave me a ride home.
Well, that was nice.
And they had a ton of more food.
Really? Well, when we used to go to the food bank, that's the other place. I had it. Down behind the Christian church. Literally, like if I was to tell them this thing, seats would be down,
Yeah.
and I would get 6 banana boxes
Yeah.
full of food. And like,
And I guess they get it from like donations and stuff.
yeah, they probably better.
They gave us some of this stuff.
1 or 2 food banks.
Wow.
They would do that.
Yeah. A melon. I got a melon. I had a bunch of these melons.
A honeydew melon.
Honeydew melon?
Yeah.
Is that good?
Oh my god, it's delicious.
Honeydew.
Like orange.
That sounds pretty good. Let's see, that's some salsa. All right.
Oh, yeah.
Lots of tomato. Oh, really? You got some rice?
I wonder where they went and
Oh.
got it.
Somewhere close by to the shop.
Food bank. Wow.
Beans, pinto beans, lots of beans. Chickpeas. Chickpeas, pinto beans. Pinto beans. Yes, we'll be. Got tomatoes up the ass. And chicken. This is like, oh, it is too much. Oh, it's 2. Oh, 2. Hello. You hungry, buddy? Want some food, buddy? Yeah? You like some food? Yeah, okay, one of those big pickles. He meant it. He was like, you want one of these big pickles? Those giant pickles? I was like, yeah, sure. Big pickle.
That's awesome. That's really awesome.
Yeah, good people. Travis hates them. Me and John get along great, dude. Like,
I don't know why.
we get along really well, but I have seen John be like the kind of abrasiveness that Travis is talking about. And like, if you did have to work with him as your boss, and for like a full 8-hour day, 5 days a week,
You could get to you.
I could see he could get to most people. Now, luckily, I don't have to deal with that. I have freedom and liberty, and I get paid more Travis.
Well, you know what? At least he's on your side that way.
Yeah.
You don't have to deal with him being a stickler.
Yeah, no, like, I wouldn't,
Even if he needs the kind of person that you can be for him.
yeah.
You know? So. It's okay, little dog.
Did you make any of pork chops?
No, I did not. You can listen to him. Stay away from my drink. Just because you see me with a drink. Oh, yeah.
I think all the drinks belong to you, don't you, Tim?
Or he thinks as soon as you put it down, I'm going to get it. It's great. That green salsa is good.
I bet.
To make chicken enchiladas. That's what I wanted to make. Chicken enchiladas, green enchiladas. Use chicken and sour cream. Oh my god.
Hot dog bunch, too.
Oh, yeah. And I like hamburger buns, but you eat them as toast. You gotta talk to them, tell them you're hungry.
This guy's a fake. I've never been so sure of anything in my life. Yeah, fuck yeah. Hot dog. Now just need a hot dog.
They need oranges.
Yeah,
Oranges are expensive.
they had a 50-pound bag of carrots.
50-pound bag of carrots. Holy shit.
That's a big carrot bag. Horses love carrots.
What, horses?
Yeah.
Do they have horses?
Mm-mm.
You got horses?
But I was telling them, my dad's got horses.
He's like, yeah, have some carrots. I think they're like cucumbers too.
I can see that.
Wow. Sure is good to see. There's hopefully my nose.
What is this crap?
You're like, what is my
I don't know. Let's try one of these mango Pepsi.
It's pretty good. Probably sweet.
Splash of mango.
Of all the things, you know, your favorite drinks, the biggest mango. So
Mango's great, dude. I love mango. I like Pepsi too. See how it works out.
oh, they're shaking those phones.
Go for it.
This honeydew melon is really good.
I don't think I've ever seen those. Put it in the fridge.
Yeah. You've ever seen honeydew melon?
Uh-uh.
It's just like cantaloupe. They're green.
What's today? Sunday or Saturday?
It's Saturday.
Was the bank open on Sunday at all? See when we went to?
Sometimes they are. Now, you're going to have a holiday on Monday, it's Memorial Day.
Oh, fuck.
So it might be open on Sunday for part of the day.
I doubt it. I'm sure I'll get screwed over.
But I'm so curious about that.
The mango?
Pepsi. I wouldn't have one, but I'd rather than be cold.
Yeah, because you get the ice waters down a little bit. You know, I'm like dry mouth right over here.
How far is the shop from here?
It's an 18-minute drive. And I'm
That's not that bad.
on the bus. It's like an hour and 20-minute ride, first bus ride. If you ride your bike, just your bike, it's like almost 2 hours. That'd be long. I think it's a very enduring bike ride. I'm sweating.
What now? What now? You know, I know that you like to drink a lot. Sorry. No. Trying to keep your weight.
Gotta keep you alive, Kenny. You're too valuable as a meal ticket. John's calling, or Sergio's calling you. I heard his voice.
You have a problem?
No, it's okay. You gotta love guacamole. Guacamole fish.
Yeah. Oh, baby girl. Oh, baby. I'm trying to I had to deal with the damn diaper shit. Or shit. Changing things.
Amy has no weekends either. You have to work that into your contract time.
What?
Weekends.
Well, some of it's really too easy. I gotta work in contract. Hey, when I say something,
Yeah. Contract is work
it's shot down.
for enforcement.
Oh no. I want it to look like where I come from.
There's a contingency in there that specifies no arbitrary shooting down of assets. Must be justified, according to my judgment.
That was really cool.
Your thoughts?
Everything we appreciate.
Yeah, I'll let him know. Outside, man. Come on. Come on, baby. Outside. Come on. Come on, y'all. Baby, come here. Baby, come on. Hold on, man.
School's time set.
phone started, babe.
Oh no, I need to charge up, Andy. Oh. Not good. That's right, baby. 10 years. 10 years in a federal pound me in the ass prison. Yeah. How do you plead, sir? Hmm? Huh?
And when your own son doesn't want to have anything to do with you anymore?
That's not true. That's not true at all. It's just really hard for kids who go through divorces. I acted out when my father left.
Yeah, well, he's not a kid. Not while he's sitting in that cell. With the sprinklers on. Does everything have to go to shit?
Kung Fu Nanny, yeah. Fucking policeman, what the fuck are you doing?
Here's the situation. It's very simple. You have a light trip, correct? And they will reduce your sentence from 10 years to 2 months as well.
These B-rated shit stains. Oh yeah, that's a shit stain, dude. Big time. Big time.
wasted so much time, so many years obsessing about this stuff, dude. Oh, no, I ain't gonna deal with that. Consumed by it, bro. Consumed. Not even consumed. No, thanks. Don't think so. No, thank you. Okay, smoke and mirrors, people. Smoke and mirrors. So no, bullshit, total lie, god damn it. Yeah, fucking asshole. Zach. Yeah, fucking faggot.